Good morning. It is currently Wednesday, October 4th, which means we are just under 4 days out from the 2023 Chicago Marathon. This also means that I am in the final week of my taper and we're getting excited for race day. Today is our final tune-up workout before the race. We're 4 days out, so we're doing a little bit of a warm-up, 6 to 8 by 600, 2 to 4 by 200, and then a short cool down. This will be our final tune-up before the race. We're giving ourselves plenty of time to rest and stay off of my feet for the next 4 days. But yeah, today's the tune-up workout, some easy runs the next following days. Welcome to race week. Good morning. It is Saturday. We are 1 day out officially from the race. Gonna get a quick shakeout run in, 2 to 3 miles, nothing crazy. We're heading to the Expo later, so that'll be fun. I'll make sure to document that, but it's a little chilly. Shakeout run is finished. We did 3 miles at a 7:30 pace and it felt surprisingly good. I'm ready for the race. I'm gonna go shower, eat, and I'll see you at the Expo. Okay. We are back from the Expo. We got all sorts of goodies. We had a great time, so let's go through and see, what they gave us, the Chicago Marathon Expo. Start out, you pick up your race number. Obviously, here's mine. They gave you a little packet. It's an absolutely seamless process at this Expo, by the way. You just scan your QR code and you go through the line. It's incredible, but here's the bib. Bib number 24069, as you can see. Fairly large, but gives you everything you need to know. QR code, entrance gate, corral, everything on there. After that, we go back and we pick up our t-shirt along with some extra free goodies. Here's this year's participant t-shirt, Nike shirt, Bank of America Chicago Marathon 2023. Fantastic material, dry fit, nice freebie in there for running the race. A lot of free goodies, always nice to have, it's fun. After that, we got Bank of America tent, set up, booth, I don't know, obviously. You can make signs. My girlfriend made this one for me. Very cute. I like it. Also at the Bank of America booth, this was one of my favorite parts of the Expo. Got this poster I love it. I think it's cool. It was free, so obviously I'm going to be hanging that up somewhere. We went to the Gatorade booth. They provided us with some free Gatorade, so we had to stop by, obviously. Gatorade Rapid Rehydration Electrolytes. Here you go. Very interesting. Fast Twitch Gatorade. Gatorade energy drink contains 200 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes. This is the strawberry watermelon flavor. I'm interested to try this, but it's gonna have me wired with that much caffeine. And so I picked up a couple pieces of merch. First one, as you can see, I'm wearing it right now, is this Nike sweatshirt, super high quality, as expected. Chicago on it, nice teal blue color. And then also, because we're gonna be coming into the winter months, I got this Nike branded Chicago quarter zip. I will definitely be using that in the coming winter months as well. But yeah, that is what we got at the Expo. The Expo is always a blast, always a fun time. But yeah, now it's just on to the race. What a day. Currently can't really walk, but I had a good race, so let's talk about it. Some notes just to keep track of it in my own head, but let's talk about the race. Race morning, so got up at about 4 o'clock, ate a bagel with peanut butter, banana, 1 scoop of Bare Performance Nutrition G1M Sports. That's about 80 grams of carbs total, around 4:30. 3 hours before the race. We got to the city around 5:15, 5:30. Had to walk about a mile to get to the Team World Vision tent, which was a big surprise for me because obviously Team World Vision was the charity I was representing for this marathon experience, and they had a very nice tent set up with, you're out of the wind, chairs to sit down, indoor bathrooms. So that was fantastic. Go to the corrals about 6:45, so about 45 minutes before the race starts. I would probably prefer to leave a little earlier, but it was fine. Got to my corral right about race start time. Energy was super high, as it always is with this race. But yeah, started the race probably about 10 minutes after gun start, so it didn't get too far behind. Let's talk about the course. First 3 miles, there's a lot of people, a lot of jostling around, trying to get situated. Advantage of that was that it forced me to stay conservative those first 3 miles and helped me to get warmed up and just soak in the atmosphere. My first 3 miles, I averaged about a 7:15 minute per mile pace, so that's 20-25 seconds slower than I needed for my goal. But it was good. It kept my heart rate down. It got me nice and warmed up. So first 3 miles was super fun. After the first 3 miles, things kind of opened up a bit more. I was still jostling around, getting to dodge and weave between people, but once you start going north up towards Wrigleyville, it really opens up and the energy's still super high. So that's when I start creeping down towards my goal pace. I start hitting that 6:58, 6:40, 6:48, whatever. Just keeping it around that 6:50 average pace through mile 8. Up towards Wrigleyville, obviously the energy was super high. It was a lot of fun, and I felt great. I felt really good. I took my first gel at 5 miles in, and that went down fine. That was easy. One thing Chicago does really well is aid stations. So there was aid stations about every 1.5 miles. So I never felt like I missed a chance to get water or anything that I needed. That 8-mile mark, I was expecting to feel a little more tired than I did, but I was feeling really good. 8 miles in, I started picking the pace up a little bit. I wanted to be steady until the half marathon point, till that 13-mile mark, but I picked it up a little bit because I was feeling good. I was happy with how the race was going. So from 8 to 13, I averaged about 6:45 pace, which was on pace for my A goal, which was 2:55. Once you get to 13, there is the Bank of America block party that goes for about a half mile when you're right in the loop. And that was probably the best race atmosphere I've ever experienced. It was a lot of fun. It got me going. As you can see, my 14-mile split was like 6:28, something ridiculous like that, faster than I needed to be for sure, but I was having fun. Here's when the real race starts. So after that half marathon, that's when the real race begins. So you're going out to 14, 15, 16, 17 miles. I'm still feeling good at this point. I'm clocking off 6:35, 6:35, 6:40, 6:40, 6:15 for mile 18. And then after that, it really starts to set in. Now, everyone talks about the famed wall at mile 20. I don't think I hit a wall. I was diligent with my nutrition. I took a gel at 5 miles, 10 miles, 15, and 20. So I don't really hit a wall, but that's when it really started to catch up to my legs. When you're running the marathon, it's an endurance event, but the thing that's going to keep you down is going to be your legs those last 6 or 7 miles. And that's what happened to me. I got to mile 20, and I was down to a 7:05. It was hard, but I was still clocking the right split. Then I hit 6:44, 6:47. So it was difficult at that point, but I wasn't entirely gassed. I was just working a lot harder. Once I got to mile 22, that's when things took a slight turn. Again, I didn't hit a wall or anything. I prepared, so I didn't have to get that. But mile 22 was when it started getting really hard. And that's expected because, it's a 26-mile race. It's a long race. But mile 22 through 26, I averaged about 7:25 pace, which knocked me off my goal pace a lot. But mile 22 is when you start to go south of Union Station, and that's when it gets really tough because you have the people who are already finishing ahead of you, and they're coming back up on mile 24 and 25, and you still got 4 miles to go. So that was really hard. My calves got a kind of a halfway cramp, and it was just grit pushing through it at that point. But again, that's expected. So final time, 3 hours flat and 27 seconds on my watch, which I was happy with. Obviously, it's a bit disappointing to come 27 seconds short of your goal. That's 1 second per mile, but I was happy with it, especially considering how my last 5 weeks of training have been. Yeah, that was how it goes. But overall, it was a great day, and I was happy with it. And for my first marathon, all things considered, I think it went really well, and it couldn't have really gone any better. All in all, like I said, it was a really good weekend. It's been a long prep leading up to this. There's ups and downs, as there always is, but I was incredibly happy with how it went. Obviously, all the support from everybody has been so greatly appreciated, but it couldn't have been a better way to wrap up the marathon prep for this year, and I'm definitely going to be coming back next year for more.